So this sweet couple unalived 12 women. This is Fred and Rose West, and they're from England. They have 10 children together, some from outside the marriage. And one day their kids are in school and they start joking about their sister Heather being buried in their patio. But here's the thing, no one has seen Heather for 8 years. But Fred and Rose never report her missing. They just say she's working abroad. Big red flag. That's when police get involved. They get a warrant, start digging up the patio, and find Heather's remains. She was only 16 years old. That's when, kaboom, the cops only arrested Fred. Why? Because Fred had a history of violence, and people had actually heard him joke about killing Heather. Like he literally said it out loud. And Rose, she played it cool. Acted like she had no idea. Just a mum who thought her daughter had run off. So the cops focus on Fred until more bodies turn up. And stories started changing. At first, Fred tells police, yeah, I killed Heather. I did it alone. Trying to protect Rose. But police aren't stupid. I mean, sometimes, but not always. They start digging, literally. And what do they find? More bodies. Not just in the patio, but in the cellar, under the bathroom, in the garden. Girls who had gone missing for years. Runaways, hitchhikers, all connected to Fred. And the more they found out, the less his story made sense. He was running out of lies, out of time. That's when Fred breaks. He tells police, okay, I've killed more people. He confessed to 9 murders, then later 12. Starts giving names, locations, timelines, all while saying Rose had nothing to do with it. It was all me. But behind the scenes, the evidence says otherwise. Because one of the bodies found was actually Fred's daughter from his first marriage. But she was killed while Fred was in prison and under the care of sweet old Rose. And witnesses had said they had seen Rose be violent towards the kids. So it was very clear Rose was involved. Here's what really happened. Fred and Rose would lure girls, usually runaways or women looking for jobs, and take them back to their home. Once inside, the girls were taken to a locked room, often the basement or a soundproof room Fred had built. There, they were tied up, gagged, and SA'd, sometimes by both of them. And they were kept like that for hours, sometimes even days. Then once they were done with them, they were unalived, usually by suffocation. It was a slow and quiet way to kill someone, and Fred preferred it that way. Afterwards, he would dismember the bodies and bury them around the house. In the garden, under the bathroom, in the cellar, even the patio. And Rose wasn't just watching, she took part in it. Sometimes even led it. So now both Fred and Rose are arrested. Fred's confessed to multiple murders. Rose is no longer the clueless wife. She's officially on trial for 10 murders. But Fred never makes it to court. Before the trial even starts, Fred unalives himself. New Year's Day, 1995. In his prison cell. He left a note. It said, I'll die with love in my heart for Rose. How romantic, but creepy and cowardly. So now Rose, she's left to face it all alone. And she tries to play innocent, blames everything on Fred, says he was abusive, controlling, that she had no idea what was happening in her own home. But the jury, they're not buying it. There's too many survivors, too many witnesses, too many girls tortured and killed right under her nose, in her home, in rooms she shared with Fred. Even her own daughter testified against her, saying Rose wasn't just involved, she was just as bad. After a 7-week trial, the verdict comes in, guilty, on all 10 counts of murder. And she's sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. The judge said Rose was calculating, manipulative, and cold, and that she showed zero remorse. So now she's locked up forever, and she needs a lot of protection in jail because everyone hates her. So that's where she is now, locked up forever, still alive, still hated. One of the most notorious women in UK history. If you enjoyed this video, I suggest watching the full documentary on Netflix. See you guys in the next video.